Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another Historical Humans Reacts. And today we are going down to the great nation of Mexico, where new discoveries at the Great Pyramid of Cholula, which is pictured right here, beautifully, front and center. You know, it's this whole
Yeah,
lovely hill with the
it's yeah
Catholic Church on
every
top.
yep every bit of terraced mound that you see here, all the terraced dirt, that all used to be temple. Just the base down here has been restored for the sake of you know, visualization, I guess.
Yeah, so that's a partially restored portion of it. You see the
Mhm.
terraces, and then, of course, when the conquistadors came in, they built the Catholic Church on top. They like to appropriate religious
Yeah,
figures. It's a
it's
whole
yeah,
colonial,
it's
yeah.
it's the clone thing. However, to talk about Cholula here, Cholula is one of the largest pyramids by volume, basically to ever exist. So it measures 300 by 315 meters, and the I think some of the next two largest are the uh, Pyramid of the Sun at Teotihuacan,
Oh,
which measures.
Teotihuacan.
Yeah, thank you. I cannot speak
Yeah.
these. Which measures 220 by 230 meters. So, uh, you know, 80 meters smaller. And the Great Pyramid of Egypt, which measures 230 by 230 meters. So this thing is a
Bigger.
good 70 to 85 meters bigger than the Great Pyramids.
I mean, does size really matter with pyramids?
Size always matters. Ask your parents.
Oh no! Don't
I
go
hate you.
there.
I
But
I I have been I have been at war with you for like a dozen recordings at this point.
anyways,
It's
the
my
thing that
turn to
they
be bad.
discovered is while they were doing some restoration works on the pyramid, because there's consistently always scientific activities taking place, especially with a site like that. But it led to a discovery where they actually found a bunch of brazier ceramics and a statue of one of the gods. And the kind of cool thing about the braziers is it shows how they were lighting the temple. It was showing how they were able to use light and how they utilize the space.
Yes, this is one of the few pieces of evidence we have for the sustained use of fire at one of these pyramid complexes. The matter of how, when, and why they illuminated these buildings just hasn't really been explained. Simply because we just haven't found a lot of these braziers and other such objects. Part of that is because uh, braziers tend to be made out of materials that the Spanish would repurpose, uh, and thus, anything made of metal would get melted down and reused by the Spanish, and even the ceramic braziers, which these ones are, as are most of them, would just sort of it's pretty easy to break those, and it makes it hard. It's hard to work in the dark. Spanish would, not particularly kind to these sites, as you can see by the fact that they appear to have lopped off the top of the pyramid to build a church. And it's a pretty little church up there, but yeah.
Yeah, they found a really good spot for it. Uh,
Please stop trying to sound like you're dripping with vitriol for everything.
I just it's frustrating. It's just
uh,
everywhere you look. But
a
the
religious site on top of a religious site.
the interesting thing too about this specifically is that we're really not sure whether the braziers were used for ritual function or if they were simply used to illuminate, and that's one of those things and that we won't necessarily know or be able to differentiate unless we get some really
Yeah,
convincing or condemning evidence to either way. But
yeah,
then also the excavations that they were conducting found a 30 centimeter cylindrical sculpture in white stone representing the Aztec god Tlaloc, the supreme god of rain, earthy fertility, and of water, depicted with his goggle eyes and fangs. And the
yes.
statue is
I love
pictured right here.
Yeah, I love the air quotes of goggle eyes because, of course, it's just like we have no other way to describe them, apparently.
Yeah, and it's
And yeah. Oh,
oh, go on, go on.
I was gonna say it's important to note at this point, just who is doing these excavations, and that is that would be the work is led by an archaeologist, Catalina Castilla Morales, under the supervision of the National Institute of Anthropology and History over in Mexico. So this is a well organized government project that has put out these findings.
Yes.
Um, we do like those here at Historical Humans, not just because they're most of our work.
No, but being under the National Institute is huge. It's reserved for usually some of the most important sites, so clearly this is
Yep.
of that caliber. And it's really interesting that we're still finding things to this day. Like, obviously we've known the pyramid has been there for a very long time, but the fact that we're able to do these kinds of excavations is incredible, and the research is only ongoing, continuing, because part of the restoration works, the team have uncovered and conducted archaeological surveys on the surface as well as studies of the underground levels and cleaning of
Yeah.
24 tunnels underneath the surface.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. This group is primarily doing touch-up work and surveying, but when you hit something, you still hit things when you survey, and that's one of the lovely things about a site like this is just pick a spot and dig, and you're bound to make a discovery.
Yeah, that's, I think, a bit of an
That's
understatement, but
well,
100%.
that's the benefit of these big sites. I mean, just you've worked on more than I have, Justin, but
Yeah.
you know how frustrating it is when you're doing survey and you're on hole 15 and you found nothing.
Yeah, most of archaeology is finding nothing. It's like the
Yeah,
1% that finds something, and then of that, the 1% of the 1% that finds something cool.
yeah. And let's be honest, at a site like this, you're more shocked that you don't find anything than if you find, a ton of stuff. And well, they found something very interesting, and I think that might be a good point to end it.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Thank you guys
Yeah.
for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe, and don't forget to check out our brand new web store, the Humanitaire Collections.
Yes, over at Humanitarian Collections, we feature merchandise for that is currently was it going to the Trevor Project? Yes, a LGBTQ foundation dedicated to suicide prevention among LGBTQ youth who are 4 times more likely to need that sort of mental health resource than uh, non-LGBTQ youths. And so, if you buy something from the Humanitarian Project's Humanitarian Collection store, a portion of that money goes to the Trevor Project. And,
Yeah, if you want to help support a great cause, be sure to check out the web store. And thank you guys for watching. We will see you all in the next video.